Yo guys, what is good? It's your boy Jomo here, back again with another video, and today we're adding another pair of grails to the collection. Alright, as always, before I begin today's video, if you guys have not seen my most recent video on every sneaker pickup of 2025, make sure to check it out afterwards. It could definitely use a lot more love. We are wrapping up the year of 2025, talking about all the sneakers that were either the best, the worst, and everything that I picked up. And now we can officially start jumping into 2026 and the new sneakers that are here to come. Honestly, the sneaker pickup that I have right here though, it's not from 2026. I did purchase it on New Year's Eve, so technically it's still a 2025 pickup, but I got this from GOAT, and basically I've been wanting this sneaker for a long time. It does cost a lot of money. I was just saving up for a pair of these. I decided to put in an offer because I thought I was ready on GOAT, and I waited a little bit. It took some time, but it eventually got accepted. I honestly didn't expect it to get accepted. I really thought that I was gonna have to wait even longer for a pair, but I just got a notification on GOAT saying my order is confirmed, that the seller accepted my offer. A week and a half later, these show up at my door. So with that being said, I'm really excited to take these out of the box to show you guys what they look like. I wanna see them in hand because honestly, I have never seen them in hand either. So enough talking out of the way, let's get these open. So again, like I said before, this is a grail. This is a sneaker that I've been eyeing for a long time. I've kind of wanted them since the day they've dropped. And if you guys know me and grails, you pretty much know that I like a specific type of grail. This is nothing new. All right. Okay. Whoa, the box looks crazy. And then we got the GOAT slip right here, just kind of like a certificate of authenticity. Now, when it came to this sneaker, I really needed to purchase this from GOAT or any third party that is willing to authenticate sneakers. I wasn't gonna trust myself by buying sneakers on Facebook groups or other shady types of ways, because these are the kind of sneakers that have a lot of fakes, and I could get faked out really easily. At least when I'm purchasing through GOAT, I have that peace of mind knowing that a professional is authenticating my sneakers, so I don't have to worry or question it. Now, I'm not saying that people don't make mistakes, but I'd rather trust somebody else to authenticate my sneakers rather than trusting my own judgment. But as you guys can see with the box, there's a whole plastic sleeve that comes with it. And if you guys know, you know. All right, if you're a sneakerhead, if you're in the game, you've seen this box several times. We have that blue Nike logo with that cream colored box. And on the plastic sleeve, we have all these different logos. You may recognize them, right? We have some Cactus Jack, we have the Jumpman, we have the Fragment logo. So I just gotta take a minute because I never really thought that I'd be able to get this sneaker in my collection. Ooh, even the box feels super nice. I cannot wait. So before I begin, I did buy these used. There's no way that I'm gonna buy these new. Honestly, like, I'd rather buy them used, because as long as they're in good condition, if I'm wearing them out, I know that they're already worn, so I'm gonna be more inclined to rock them, versus if they're new, I'm really scared that I'm gonna ruin them and they're just gonna stay in the case forever. So I would already appreciate if they were in worn condition. Not too worn, but definitely because they're worn as well, they're also going for a lot cheaper, and I'm saving myself some money as well. So let's open up the box in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we got the wrapping paper. All right. Oh, I'm so excited, guys. This is like a sneaker pickup that I've been anticipating for a long time. There are not a ton of sneaker pickups where I am super excited. I mean, there are ones where I'm reasonably excited, obviously, because I'm getting a new sneaker, but this is one that I have been waiting for and have been patient for a long time. So, and in 3, 2, 1, sheesh! Yes, sir! Let's get it! All right. Oh man. As you guys can see, we do have the Travis Scott Fragment Jordan 1 lows. You guys can see for the outsoles that this is pretty clean. I definitely think that the person that sold them to me kind of clean them up. I'm so happy that these are finally in the collection. I cannot believe I'm literally holding them in my hand right now. I've been waiting so long to own a pair of Travis Scott Fragment Jordan 1s. Oh man, now I have an even more complete collection when it comes to my Travis Scott Jordan 1s. So for those of you guys that know me, either personally or you've been around on my channel for a long time, you know that I am a huge fan of Travis Scott Jordan 1s. They're just one of the best collaborations in sneaker history, in my opinion. Like, how often do you get basically the Nike swoosh logo changed up and completely reversed? I think the execution behind the Travis Scott Jordan 1s were done so well. There are definitely some colors where I'm more of a fan of than others. However, all of them just really hit when it comes to the hype. And yes, I will be completely transparent. The hypey side of me comes out as a sneaker collector whenever I get my hands on a pair of Travis Scott Jordan 1s. So this would be my fourth pair of Travis Scott Jordan 1s. So the first pair I got were the OG highs in the mocha colorway. I definitely went on this huge trek to get myself a pair. After that, I decided to get a second pair in the reverse mocha colorway in the low cut. And this was honestly my favorite of all the Jordan 1 low colorways. After that, the medium olives dropped on the sneakers app and I hit on them for retail price. But deep down inside of me, I knew that the collection would not be complete without the Travis Scott Fragment collaboration with Jordan 1 Low. I just knew that this was the last colorway that I needed when it came to my Travis Scott Jordan 1 collection. But yeah, out of all my Travis Scott Jordan 1s, this one was probably the hardest to find for a good price, just because it's that expensive on the resale market. And the reason why it's so expensive is because it's a triple collaboration. This is not only a collaboration between Cactus Jack Jordan 1, it is also a collaboration with Fragment as well. So this time when Fragment collaborated on a Travis Scott Jordan 1, just imagine how crazy the sneaker community was. Everyone wanted a pair, everyone went for the drop. However, these were really limited and not a lot of people were lucky. And I just couldn't wait anymore after that. I just knew that, hey, I need these in my collection right now. But overall, I love how much they added to this Fragment collaboration with Jumpman. You know, the original pair, yes, it is really nice, but it's so minimal and it's so bare, versus this one, you know, we have that blue colorway in the back that stays, but again, we have that Cactus Jack take to the sneaker, where now we have this reverse swoosh and this cream colored swoosh as well, which is something that we don't see often enough. And then we have the cream laces as well. And then to top it off, we also have Fragment and Cactus Jack branding on the back. So this sneaker is honestly executed a lot better than that whole Fragment Jordan 1 collaboration, where it honestly kind of overhyped. It doesn't matter how much you like that pair, there is really no justification for paying thousands of dollars for a black toe inspired sneaker. But yeah, now that I'm done talking about why I decided to pick up this pair, let's take a closer look into the shoe itself. All right, so starting off with the construction of the sneaker, we do have a leather construction throughout. Now, honestly, the leather quality on this particular pair is not the best given how expensive this collaboration was. I think that they could have used tumble leather, but this time they use a very stiff kind of leather. Now, this is opposed to the reverse mocha colorway, which is actually made with tumble leather and it's very soft and buttery. I like that a lot. This one I feel like was all kind of based merely on hype. So yes, we did see some decrease in the leather quality. And yeah, like all sneakerheads, still I wish that the leather quality could have been just a little bit better. Now, this specific colorway is inspired by the Jordan 1 black toes. So we do have the black toe mudguard right here on top of a white toe box leather panel. We see all the color on the back. So this is why I say black toe, because normally on our black toe we would get the red. This time we have the blue on the back. As we move over to the tongue area, we do have a set of cream laces that I think is the default color that goes with the sneaker. However, they come with extra laces as well, and I'm definitely going to swap one of the sides out for another color. Now, our laces also come in pink, in blue, and black. However, I think that one thing I really want to do is actually put in a pair of pink laces into one of the sides. So we'll do one pink, one cream. I think that will look a lot better. I just kind of want to have more of a pop of color, more spontaneity when it comes to this sneaker. I don't just want to rock, you know, cream laces, because honestly, my reverse mochas are already like that, but I want to give this one a little more character. And plus, I think that the pink just kind of complements that blue so nice. On the tongue tab, we do have a blue Nike Air on a white tag. However, on the corner of the tongue, we actually have the Fragment logo that is very subtle. You would not be able to see it if you did not adjust the tongue when someone's wearing it. I want to show you guys a closer look of that Fragment logo on the corner. It's in black and it says Fragment design in white. Moving over to the side profile of this sneaker, we do have that reverse swoosh in off-white as well in this cream color. Now what's crazy is that this reverse swoosh is actually made with tumble leather, and it's actually very soft and buttery. It's very comparable to the reverse mocha pair that I just showed you. And I don't know why they decided to only have tumbled leather for the reverse swoosh and not the rest of the shoe. It's kind of interesting. And one thing I did not notice about the sneaker until I saw them in hand was actually, if you guys look at the seams of the swoosh, we do have this pink outline right here, which is very subtle and actually complements the pink laces very well. This is probably why the pink brings out so much in the shoe. And then moving over to the inner side profile of the sneaker, we do have a regular black swoosh. Actually, this sneaker was designed with the jumbo swoosh that was typically seen on previous Jordan 1 lows. I think they're starting to bring them back in 2026. But as you guys can see, we have that jumbo swoosh. Everyone loves that jumbo swoosh cut a lot better because it basically changes the cut of the sneaker. And for those of you guys that don't know what I'm talking about, recent Jordan 1 lows have 7 lace holes versus this type of cut has 8, which honestly changes the shape of the swoosh. It changes how the sneaker sits on your ankles, and it honestly looks a lot better. More sneakerheads like that jumbo swoosh rather than the regular size swoosh that you may see often on other Jordan 1 lows. You might not be able to tell the difference if you don't have the sneaker. However, we sneakerheads know. So this pair of Jordan 1 lows that I have, you guys can actually see the lace holes. So let's count it out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So there's 7 of them versus on this pair, we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have 8 lace holes, which makes that jumbo swoosh so much better. Now underneath our jumbo swoosh, we also have some text written on the midsole right here. It's very tiny and you probably wouldn't be able to read it, but it kind of looks like a product code. So I think that there's not much significance to it. It just kind of gives it that deconstructed prototype look to it. And one thing that you really can't see because it's so subtle is that underneath the swoosh, you actually have the Cactus Jack logo written in behind it, and this time it's in white. Normally it's in this reflective colorway, however it's honestly very toned down and you can't see it if you're looking from far away. And then moving over to the back of the sneaker, this is where we have all our branding. So on the back we do have a black heel tab followed by an embroidered Cactus Jack logo in white. Underneath that we have another Cactus Jack logo. This time it's debossed into the sneaker. We have this little face that Travis Scott likes to include on all his albums. Now that was actually looking into our left pair. However, on the right side, we have a whole different design on the back. So we still have that black heel tab, but this time we have the Jordan Wings logo that is embroidered in white. And underneath that, this is where we have the Fragment branding that is debossed into the shoe. And that Fragment logo does look pretty cool. It's pretty sweet, I'm not gonna lie. So as you guys can see with both sides of the sneaker, they kind of have this mismatched heel tab. I love that. It's like just a little detail that kind of showcases all the collaborators in the sneaker. Now moving over to the insoles of the sneaker, I know that there is probably supposed to be some branding here that showcases the Travis Scott or Fragment or Jordan 1 logo here. There might be some Nike Air. However, because it is a used sneaker, I think that it has faded by now with wear. Nevertheless, this is still a blue insole. Nothing too special, nothing too comfortable. Honestly, very thin. And then finally, moving on to our outsoles of the sneaker, we do have this blue Jordan 1 traction patterning. Pretty classic for all Jordan 1s. And yeah, this blue kind of complements the rest of that blue colorway for Fragment. Very, very cool. So I would say this colorway is pretty different from the other Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows because the other ones like to use more subtle earth tones. We have a lot of olive, tan, cream, versus this one, this is straight blue. And I like blue sneakers. I feel like they match with a lot of stuff, and you can never go wrong with a blue pair of shoes. So I'm really happy and blessed that I get to own another pair of Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows, my third one to be exact. And who knows, maybe I'm gonna own more if he decides to keep releasing them. But I do wanna also look into other grails to purchase for the future. Honestly, when it comes to grails, there's not a ton of expensive sneakers that really catch my eye. It's hard for me to justify spending so much money for those kind of sneakers, especially if it's just like kind of some general release or a player exclusive color. I don't really care too much about it, but because of how honestly creative the Travis Scott Jordan 1s are, I fall head over heels for them every single time. So yup, there we have it. The Travis Scott Fragment Jordan 1 lows. All right guys, that's pretty much all I got for today's video. Now I'll hear from you guys. What is another grail that you think I should be on the lookout for next? Let me know in the comments down below because I do want to hear from you guys. And if you guys liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. And as always, if you guys want to hear more from me, smash the subscribe button because more will be on the way. Again, this is the Travis Scott Fragment Jordan 1 lows, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.